Again, I'm going to mention about the 32-foot trailer to the left, the big trailer in the middle there, and there's a chimney to the right. You see all the cars out front. Let's talk again about what's inside the trailer. There's a few things we left off about in the kitchen. There are several boxes of books, food, and
canning jars there by the window.
all by the window. And we had a shelf, a pantry, what you call it, against that wall where the window is, where you come in at the door. It had food in it. And we had medicine. We wasn't allowed to get our medicine. In fact, we was not allowed to get anything. The chief deputy of the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department said we was not allowed to get anything. So we didn't get anything. All my wife got was our puppy.
Our dog, or my little Dotson.
And she was able to grab my backpack. That's it. That's all we had. I didn't get no clothes. My wife didn't get no clothes. Everything was there, and everything had been mowed down, destroyed, and burned. All right? Is that right? That sounds like something that's out of a fairy tale. I couldn't believe myself. If I didn't go through this, I wouldn't believe it. That we live in a society where they do this kind of stuff. We live under tyrants that's behind the badge. There's tyrants that wears robes. There's tyrants in our society that's over us. The same identical thing that our forefathers went through that started the revolution. King George and all of them was doing the same identical thing that caused the revolution. We're going through it now, and people are so blinded by the badge that they let people that wears the badge get away with this. Now, let's explain some more stuff that's missing. What else is missing that we did not bring up in that kitchen? I want people to understand that this place here was lived in. We lived in this place. We lived on this property. It was not something that we just moved up there a few days before or maybe a month or two before. We lived there 35 years. We was married 35 years. We've been married 45 years and brought stuff that we had before we was married. So we had 45 to 55 years of accumulation here. In the kitchen, we missed the part about we didn't get our medicine.
And there was a table sitting right there beside of the stove that had blenders and, coffee pots and stuff like that on it and all. And it's still there.
And there's so much stuff in there that was boxed up that we can't even talk about. Books of all kind. When you go in there, we had a marriage license in the other side. As you come in with the door, there's a little bookshelf that separates the kitchen from the living room. And on that little bookshelf, we had all kind of packages of pictures where we seen movie stars and all kind of celebrities.
Yep.
Where a friend of mine that's dead now, we used to go and we used to visit and we'd get pictures. We have animal course that we took back when we got married about 2 years. A veterinarian course. So we know how to take care of the animals and all. We have so much that's missing. Marriage licenses are missing. Our family photos are missing. Everything is missing. And we probably had more than just a few hundred videos. We had at least 1,000, maybe even 2,000 or more. We had the wood stove that was in that living room. And against the wall where the three computers was, we had a TV, and we had artwork there that my daughters had.
Curtains were still on the windows and everything.
It's like when you walk, if you would have walked in there, you'd have thought that we all died, because nothing was touched. As you go on down the hall, the first room to the right, it was my room that I did a study on Bible studies. I had 3 or 4 Bibles on different versions of Bibles on tape. I had several shelves in there. I had a desk, a TV, and a DVD player. All my clothes was still in the closet. My son still had some clothes in the closet. They was packed slam full. We had artwork on the shelf in the closet. It was all the way to the ceiling. We had my bed in there. I had a bed in there that I'd lay down and rest. I had stacks of books for research, for the Bible and stuff. And I had several boxes of my son's clothes still in there. All this stuff is missing. All this stuff has been destroyed. All this stuff has been taken without due process. That's what I want everybody to understand. Federal laws has been broken. Constitutional laws has been broken. There's no other way to say it. That this stuff was stolen. It was not legally taken, but stolen. They do not want me to have a jury trial because I get to tell my story. They want it before just a judge. They don't want me to even have a lawyer because they're afraid the lawyer won't side with them and do what they want. So they don't want me to have a lawyer. They don't want me to have a jury trial. They don't want a court reporter because it makes a record of everything. So I need all the things I mentioned, and I need help. Anybody out there thinks this ain't right, I need you to get a hold of the FBI, the ACLU, anybody that can help get this, the Justice Department. Like I said, I was writing sermons in that room of mine. There was stacks of sermons of all kinds in there. From years of research of the Bible. Years of research gone that I can't get back because I don't have enough time. I have cancer and congestive heart failure. I don't have years left. All that stuff is gone. All my research is gone. Disappeared. Gone with the wind. I'm depending on somebody because on April the 25th, 2017, they demanded me come back to court again with no lawyer, no jury trial or nothing. So I need people to be there as court watchers to show evidence, to be there that if whatever happens to me, that y'all know what to do so you can post this stuff. Post everything. I'll catch you in the next video. I appreciate it.
There was books too up under the bed. School books.